the SEC. The winner between Arkansas and Dayton will advance to face the winner of Texas A&M and Albany. The defending national champ Aggies up next here in College Station against the Great Danes. Carter Blackburn with Tamika Raymond. Tamika, take us through one-on-one.
We have the battle of the double R, the most outstanding player in A10 conference tournament, Justine Ratterman. She's a highly skilled forward. She can tack you from the 3 to the rim. And first team SEC selection, Sierra Ricketts, an explosive guard who can terrorize her opponents with her ability to create off the bounce.
Take a look at the rest of the starting lineup brought to you by Capital One. First for the Dayton Flyers, 4 of the 7 seniors on the roster in the starting lineup. It's Laylor, Hoover, Queen, Ratterman, and Nance. For the 6 seed Arkansas Razorbacks, Harris, Ricketts, Robinson, Daniels, and Sarah Watkins in the middle. Capital One starting lineup for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Tom Collin in his 5th season as head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks has guided Arkansas back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2003. Jim Jaber, 9th season head coach at Dayton. This is the 3rd straight NCAA tournament appearance for the Dayton Flyers. Dayton in red, Arkansas in white. Tamika, what can we expect out of the Flyers and the Razorbacks?
Right there, just getting started. Ratterman getting a 3. You want to get her started early. This team really builds momentum off of her energy, what she brings early. And to look for Arkansas on the other end, defensively, what they can do if they can sustain their defensive pressure, trap, get Dayton a little bit, playing a little bit out of control. We'll see.
Tom Collin, Arkansas head coach, said it's kind of like checking the weather report. Is it going to be in the 50s or the 70s? Yeah. The 50s would favor Arkansas more. The 70s probably going to favor Dayton more.
Definitely will favor Dayton more. They want to get it up and down. If Arkansas can put the pressure on UD, get them a little bit out of their rhythm. They're a rhythm offensive team. Offensively, like a lot of flow in their offense. They can get them out of rhythm. It could be a good game.
Veteran Dayton team, 7 seniors. This is their 3rd straight trip to the NCAA tournament. First time where they didn't have to sweat out the selection show because they won the Atlantic 10 tournament for the first time. Last 2 years, they've been at large.
Beating St. Bonaventure, ranked number 22 at the time.
Lindsey Harris knocks down the first shot for Arkansas, the senior from Hoover, Alabama.
Dayton's going to have to do a really good job on containing Harris, not letting her get the 3 off, and really putting a lot of pressure on Ricketts not to get in the lane and draw that defense.
What does Arkansas want to do defensively, and what makes them unique defensively, Tamika?
They can really pressure on the ball. They contain it. Don't allow you to get in the lane.
Case in point, Ashley Daniels gets the block.
And that's hard to do in the SEC where they play against Tennessee, who's really good in the lane. LSU, big teams. They're not a huge team, but they're very, very scrappy.
Trouble getting it in. Casey Nance comes back to the basketball. 7 to shoot. Quick reset from Laylor. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Offensive foul on an illegal screen called on Casey Nance.
Looked like she probably dipped her shoulder just a little bit at the end of the clock, but that's exactly what they want to get. She needs to stay in the game. Her size could pose a little bit of threat for Arkansas if she really gets in and posts up.
Here's Sierra Ricketts, hounded when she gets the basketball. Ricketts misses her first look of the game. Travel in the backcourt on the exchange between Laylor and Ratterman.
2 early turnovers by Dayton. Got the offensive foul here and a travel, just mental mistakes. They're an experienced senior team. They can't have mistakes against Arkansas.
Razorbacks force 19 turnovers a game, almost 10 steals a game. Dayton gets this one right back on the steal from Queen. Laylor kick out. Ellie Queen misses the 3. Stick back from Justine Ratterman. Early scoring from Ratterman.
Well, she does it all for Dayton. Very active player.
So already 5 points, 2 rebounds, not even 2 minutes into the game for Ratterman.
I like it.
Game number 1 from College Station, Texas. Games in the Raleigh region. First round matchup with the 11 seed Dayton Flyers. Tournament champs of the A10 against the Arkansas Razorbacks at large out of the SEC. Carter Blackburn with Tamika Raymond. And just like you told us, Tamika, Justine Ratterman doing it all for Dayton. She has the first 5 points, and a pair of rebounds for the Flyers.
And I'm sure in the back of her head, she remembers playing with the ACL tear last year in the tournament against Penn State. She knows for her to play in that game last year with a torn ACL is pretty big. She knows this is her last chance go around with the Flyers.
Tough move inside for Daniels, but Ratterman's there with the D to bother the shot. Into the post for Nance for Dayton. Double team comes. Flyers able to recover and get it back to Ellie Queen.
I just like this team. You can tell they're very veteran savvy. They know exactly where everybody is on penetration, on kickouts, where to be. It's fun watching an experienced team play.
Ellie Queen, a fifth-year senior, began her career at Colorado State. That last bucket for the Dayton Flyers. Sierra Ricketts, senior, point guard for Arkansas. 8 to shoot here. Harris resets. She wants a screen. 5 to shoot. Harris draws 2 defenders and an offensive foul called on Lindsey Harris.
It's funny to say she draws 2 defenders. This is something that Jim Jaber, the head coach of Dayton, wants to see. He wants to see 5-on-1. Wherever the ball is, he wants the pressure to come up, and that's exactly what they did. And Hoover, the tough-nosed freshman of the year in the A-10, gets the charge.
Well, nice recovery there for a moment, and now a battle for the loose ball won by Nance and Dayton. No reset of the shot clock, 15 to work with.
And this could cause Dayton some problems. St. Bonaventure did it where they switch everything. Arkansas get to that point where they switch everything defensively.
Queen on the back cut off a good look from Ratterman. And a 9-3 start for the 11-seed Flyers. Watkins blocked inside by Nance. Daniels, another miss. Looks like the size inside really bothering Arkansas.
And I think what else is going on is Dayton has really done a good job of trapping the on-ball screen, which is causing them to come off. But great hustle play. Look at the box out. She was already ready. Ratterman in there. They're just scrappy. They know how to win games.
So the 6'5" Nance and the 6'1" Ratterman causing problems down low. Ricketts trying to get the Razorbacks going in transition. Sierra Ricketts all the way to the baseline, missing off the glass. 9-3 start for the 11-seed Dayton Flyers on the Razorbacks.
Tomorrow, Magic Heat and Trailblazers Thunder on ESPN.
Ashley. What were you looking for when you bought your Edge?
I was definitely looking for fuel economy, and that's the whole reason we wanted to look at the EcoBoost.
Can you talk a little bit about the style of the Edge?
Well, I think it's very hip. I even have several guys who are like, whoa, do you have 20s on those? Like, don't even know what that means, but I guess it's cool.
The Dairy Queen Blizzard. There may be imitators, but we all know it's one of a kind. Except for right now, when you can buy one and get another for just 99 cents. That's right. Buy one Blizzard and get a second for only 99 cents.
Hey, Brian, can I have some wheat thins?
What?
Can I have some wheat thins?
They're wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Can I be in your commercial?
No! It's our thing. We're doing it.
Free hot breakfast with fresh waffles. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Good morning, sunshine. Greet the day and the light. It's time to go outside. If you could keep steady, get up and get ready. It's time to go outside.
Spring is in the air. Lowe's, never stop improving.
Sarah, every day spent with you has been a gift. So here's a gift for our new life together.
With over 165 years of experience, New York Life can help ensure your loved ones are always taken care of. It's the most selfless gift you can give.
I don't even care to talk about Arkansas anymore. This is about us. This is about what we're capable of. I don't want anybody going out there fearful, inhibited, scared. This is fun. And I loved it. You guys were out there laughing during warm-ups. You were going, getting loose, but you were enjoying this. Enjoy this moment. This is what you worked so hard for.
Jim Jaber, the Brookton of his Dayton Flyer team 2 years ago, won an NCAA tournament game against TCU. 7 seniors, and they are playing, Tamika, like a team that is ready for their shot in the NCAA tournament.
I think they're ready, and when you have a team who's been here 3 times, when you get there the 3rd time, the lights get a little bit more dim. It's not as, you know, as showy, and I think Justine Rademan said it best yesterday. We've been here before. Now we want to win. We're not the new team here. We want to come in and we want to win games.
Rademan, number 34 for Dayton, had the first 5 points. Leads the team in both scoring and rebounding. Ali Malott, number 21, the first sub for Dayton, the McDonald's All-American freshman. 6 to shoot, 5 to shoot. Laylor finds Malott. Malott right off the bench, right to the rim, misses her first look. Arkansas ball.
In that possession, Ashley Daniels, number 12 for Arkansas, does a good job. She's the anchor for them defensively, switching off on all those handoffs and all that the motion up top, which could pose a little bit of threat for Dayton with long length of the Arkansas defenders.
Arkansas 1 for 7 shooting. Kira Peak, sophomore from Georgia, misses her first look, make it a 1 for 8 shooting start for the Razorbacks. Raderman back cut, missed the look.
She does this a lot. She likes to stay active in offense, and this is what makes her a great player. She never stops moving. Great cut by Justine Rademan open.
Raderman from Versailles, Ohio.
Yes, Versailles, Ohio.
It's Tamika Raymond country.
Just solid defense. They're showing on every screen. They're doing some blitz action of possession before running at Arkansas and cleaning the boards, giving them one shot. And that's what it's going to take to beat an SEC team who's used to rebounding.
So a 1 for 9 shooting start for Arkansas. And Tom Collin told us yesterday, you know, I'm sure every coach says it, but an early offensive start is critical for us, making some shots early. It picks us up, it helps our defense. Exactly the opposite against the Dayton Flyers. 1 for 9 start for the Razorbacks.
And you know what? It would make me a little nervous, but Arkansas is used to going for stints and not scoring. They played LSU in the SEC tournament and lost 41-40. They're a defensive team, and until they can stop UD defensively, they'll never get anything going offensively. They got to get a couple stops and get in transition, get some easy buckets.
11-3 start for the Flyers. 8 straight for Dayton out of the Atlantic 10. A-10 tournament champs. Ricketts draws the foul.
Hoover just is tough. I mean, the freshman year in A-10 just splits the defense. She is just hard-nosed. She's the player that comes out. She'll take a couple threes. If she missed, she'll come out and shoot it again. Has played like that all through tournament. A lot on the shoulders of the freshman, but she's really showed up.
Hoover, the freshman from Bellbrook, Ohio, took over when Chambers went down with an injury. Desiree Chambers has been out since December 4th with concussion problems. Meanwhile, Arkansas struggling to score. Sierra Ricketts has the first 4 for the Razorbacks, and your one-on-one was pressured, Tamika. First 5 from Raderman for Dayton, and the first 5 for Arkansas from Ricketts.
Well, Sierra Ricketts is the floor general. She does everything. The ball has to go through her for Arkansas to be successful, whether it's her getting in penetration, getting in the lane, passing out, or scoring.
Razorbacks bring pressure. Dayton able to break it, and Hoover fouled on the way to the rim. Andrea Hoover goes down hard.
Just doing a good job. Look there, Cassie getting out the trap, putting pressure on him. Against the pressure, gets tripped up, going to the line. Just a tough kid. I really like Hoover and the way she plays. Just hard-nosed, get it done. And the pressure from Arkansas has not had any effect on Dayton, which is surprising. I thought that it would have a little bit of effect on them, but it hasn't. They're just breaking the pressure and handling it.
Hoover makes it 12-5 for the Flyers. Arkansas has only one field goal 7 minutes in against the 11 seed Dayton Flyers. And now Dayton has built a double-digit lead against the 6 seed from the SEC. Carter Blackburn with Tamika Raymond from College Station, Texas. What has Dayton done so well to jump out to this double-digit lead?
Dayton looks like a team who has been here 3 years. They are not under any pressure right now. They're playing like a relaxed veteran NCAA tournament team. Flow of offense, they're breaking the press. He's subbing, the subs are coming in off the bench and playing well. It's a solid team.
And now a second chance for the Flyers. McKay knocks down the triple. 18-7, Dayton on Arkansas. Timeout Razorbacks. Jim Jabers' Flyers making their 3rd straight NCAA tournament appearance. Off to a tremendous start in College Station. It's a 15-4 run.
UD has left off where they finished in the A10 tournament. They went on a big lead against St. Bonaventure, and here you go, Sarah McKay stepping up and hitting the 3. They're just on a run. Their momentum is really going here in the tournament and postseason.
This is a Dayton team who has won 7 straight games. They haven't lost in over a month. NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues ESPN2 tonight. Regional coverage, which of those matchups are you interested in, Tamika?
I'm interested in the Paul BYU. I want to see that game. And, of course, our game, A&M versus Albany. I want to see if the defending champions, losing their 2 premier players and Colson and Adams, can come up and show up and make a run in this tournament.
Gary Blair and his staff here to check out Dayton versus Arkansas. The winner of this game will face either the Aggies or the Albany Great Danes, making their first NCAA tournament appearance. Arkansas only 2 made shots 8 minutes into the game against the Dayton Flyers. Sierra Ricketts had the first 5 for Arkansas. The senior leader misses there for the follow with offense off the bench is Quistel Williams.
Good way to get back in the game, offensive rebounding, something that they should be good at in this game, but I like what Coach Tom Collins is doing, bringing Callie Berna in to play the 1 and pushing Crickets to the 2 so she can be more creative, come off the on-ball screen, and try to get something going for Arkansas.
Razorbacks unable to get the pressure, full court pressure against Dayton. It's been such a calling card for Arkansas. So the Flyers off to an 18-9 start against Arkansas.
Quick question.
What factors led you to buy your Explorer?
Definitely the EcoBoost option. And what's pretty amazing is you can get the fuel economy of a car in an SUV. That basically did it for us. And the technology, oh my goodness, the technology is amazing. You can actually talk to the car and it talks back to you.
What have your friends said about your Explorer?
Can we drive it? Can we borrow it?
What's your answer?
No, no way.
He was a 21st century global nomad. Home was an airport lounge and an iPad. Made sure his credit score did not go bad with a freecreditscore.com app that he had. Downloaded it in the Himalayas while meditating like a true player. Now when he's surfing down in Chilea, he can see when his score is in danger. If you're a mobile type on the go, I suggest you take a tip from my bro. You download the app that lets you know at freecreditscore.com.
Offer applies with enrollment in freecreditscore.com.
These engines run for thousands of hours to prove.
And prove it we did. With 20% more cleaning agents than before, Shell nitrogen-enriched gasoline.
This is our biggest news yet.
But no other gasoline protects your engine better.
Awkward.
With news this big, you don't have to shout.
Try new Shell nitrogen-enriched gasolines.
No other gasoline protects your engine better.
MLB 12, the show. So real, it's unreal. Rated E for everyone.
The Atlantic 10 tournament champion Dayton Flyers have come ready to play against Arkansas, knocking down the outside shots in the early going.
Who else to get this team started but all conference? Justine Rademan starting that 3-point fill-in. And then you got Cassie Sen, just checked in the game. She still hits the 3. And Sam McKay off the bench coming in. with the trio. I think what's really happening here with Dayton is their bench is coming in and also giving them good minutes in Sam McKay and Cassie Sand.
Dayton shooting 44% in the early going. Arkansas only 23%. So how does Arkansas get on an offensive roll and cut into this now 9-point Dayton lead?
It's got to go through Ricketts. Offensively, they're doing a good job with her, but defensively, Arkansas has to win. They have to stop the flow of Dayton. Maybe some traps, maybe picking them up in the pressure and really pressing them, giving them one shot. Some things that got them to, going in the SEC postseason play.
Arkansas 23-8 on the year, finished 4th in the SEC. This is the Razorbacks' first NCAA tournament since 2003. So Dayton has a lot more experience in this tournament, and overall a group with 7 seniors than the Arkansas Razorbacks. Eight to shoot. Laylor, the senior guard, nearly turns it over, recovers and hits. Big time jumper from Patrice Laylor, senior from Toledo.
Patrice Laylor just plays. She's a very composed player to be as quick as she is. Never really makes mistakes. Great in transition, always has her head up.
Watkins tries a 3 for Arkansas, and the offensive woes continue for the Razorbacks.
Patrice Laylor just comes in the game, and she is just so pivotal for this Flyer team. A senior here, she doesn't crack under pressure. She just finishes right off the glass.
The electric engineering major who's on the dean's list, and coach says her game is a lot like an electrical engineering major would be. Very calculating. Watkins called for a blocking foul down low on Cassie Saint, and Sarah Watkins has her first personal foul. She's yet to score, 0 for 2, and doesn't have a rebound. Sarah Watkins, the junior All-SEC performer from Germantown, Tennessee. McKay misses the 3. Christelle Williams gets the board.
Just a little scary because Dayton is getting whatever shot they want, and great shots in their offensive sets.
10 minutes in, it's Dayton by 11 on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Carter Blackburn with Tamika Raymond from College Station, Texas. Texas A&M versus Albany is next. Christelle Williams has been the offense off the bench for Arkansas.
This is what Arkansas is going to have to do. Put some pressure, see if they can rattle Dayton a little bit.
4 field goals in the game, 3 of them from Christelle Williams off the bench. But Dayton has a response, Casey Nance.
Casey Nance, who Coach it and myself would like to see her look to be more of an offensive threat. She's really good around the rim, great hook shot, nice footwork. And when she's going, it's really hard to stop the Flyers.
Nance, the familiar last name. Father Larry Nance, Cavaliers star, played at Clemson.
She also has her own show, Cassie and Company.
Right.
Casey and Company.
Casey cuts off the baseline there. Tough defense, shot clock violation. Razorbacks don't get a shot off in the half court.
And Coach Jim Jaber talked about their game against UConn this year and how it was an ugly score, but he said from then on, we weren't just an offensive team. We became defensive minded, and they ranked number 2 in the A10, really turned it around after that Connecticut game. They take defense to heart.
That was in late November, a 40-point loss for the Flyers. But they have turned it around and are playing like a complete team. That's Ellie Queen knocking down the 3 for Dayton. 4th made 3 for the Flyers, and a 14-point lead on Arkansas. Peak backs in for just the 5th made bucket of the game for the Razorbacks.
And one thing you see every shot that Arkansas takes, there's 2 people on them, and when they taking it out of bounds, what does the Dayton Flyers do? They get right back at it with a transition layup.
Arkansas has been unable to pressure the Flyers. Dayton is attacking. That one goes Queen to Nance. And now ball pressure from Queen on Ricketts forces Arkansas to take another timeout. 2nd timeout used by the Razorbacks.
This is a basket off of a made basket, taking it out of bounds. breaking the press. Nance with the finish, probably got fouled, but what you see here is now Sierra Ricketts is the heart of this team. And to see her get really upset at Sarah Watkins for not coming up and she's pounding the ball, she can't get rattled by this. If she loses it, that whole Arkansas team loses it. She has to stay at a balance right here to keep her team going in the right direction.
Coverage of the Division I Men's Basketball Championship continues tonight on CBS, TNT, and TNT. For more information, game times, and listings, go to NCAA.com. If there's one thing we have learned from the men's side of things this year, you better be ready to play.
Yes, you better be ready to play. And I don't know if President Obama watched it, but he had Arkansas winning this game right now. He might be on the edge of his seat. He also had Arkansas beating A&M, and Coach Blair wasn't too happy about that, but we'll see. The Dayton Flyers probably have that in their locker room right now.
First thing Coach Blair mentioned to us was, President Obama, I've got a message for him. Aggies will be ready. Robinson airballs the three for Arkansas. The Razorbacks are shooting under 30% in the first 12 minutes. Razorbacks trail Dayton by 14.
40 years ago, he wasn't looking for financial advice. Back then, he had something more important to do. He wasn't focused on his future, but fortunately, somebody else was. At USAA, we provide retirement planning for our military, veterans, and their families. Now more than ever, it's important to get financial advice from people who share your military values. Call now for our free guide and tips on planning for your retirement this tax season.
Every year there's going to be a play. A play that will set one team apart.
Are you kidding?
A play that will earn one team a chance to bring this home.
They did it! UConn back-to-back national championships.
The Women's Basketball Championship. First round continues today on ESPN2.
Home improvement project you want to do? Take it on. Waste Management's Bagster Bag can take on the waste. The Bagster Dumpster in a Bag can handle as much renovation waste and debris as you can throw in it. Drywall, cabinets, sinks, clutter. Up to 3,300 pounds worth. Schedule collection from Waste Management, and it's gone. Take it on with the Bagster Bag, official sponsor of cleanup season. Plan your spring cleanup project at thebagster.com today.
In the shadow of legends, they will strive for perfection. Surrounded by history, they will achieve greatness.
And that is exquisite.
From every tee to every green, each stroke will stir the echoes and bring the roars. The Masters, first and second rounds, April 5th and 6th on ESPN.
Trey Wingo here in our college basketball studios. Let's get you up to date on what's going on between Tennessee and Tennessee Martin. Long pass to Glory. Look, the tournament is all about Glory, and Glory Johnson with 2 of her 4 points right there as second-seeded Lady Vols up on Tennessee Martin. Early scores now also going on. Gonzaga up on Rutgers. 6-11 matchup there, and McNeese State and Kentucky tied at 8 points, just under 15 minutes to play. Let's go back to Carter Blackburn and Tamika Raven.
Well, Trey, here in our 11-6 matchup, it is Dayton outplaying Arkansas clearly through the first 12 minutes. Razorbacks inbound with a short shot clock here. Sierra Ricketts has to hoist it. And Arkansas is shooting right around 25% now for the game, trailing by 2 touchdowns early to the Flyers. Ricketts trying to get the Razorbacks running in transition. The senior point guard across to Harris. And Lindsey Harris knocks down a much-needed 3.
Lindsey Harris is going to be key, and Ricketts might need to start to look for that to get them back in the game. But Dayton is doing a phenomenal job getting buckets in transition and playing contained defense. And when they do get beat, bringing that help over.
Harris has 2 made threes for Texas A&M. Nance on the repost, misses, but a second chance for the Flyers. Goes to Andrea Hoover.
Just so smart of a team. The best, Gino Oriama used to always say, and I made a living at it, playing with Sue Burton Tarasi, the best time to get a three is off of offensive rebound. Smart team.
Ricketts lays it in. Why off an offensive rebound is a three-point shot a good look?
Because everybody's worried about the rebound, and rebounds come off long if you get them. Everybody's focused on the rebound. You turn your head. You got some shooters. They're ready and willing to shoot it. Great look.
Dayton is 5 for 10 from three-point.
Sierra Ricketts is going to have to do this. She kind of lost a little bit before here, but here just getting it going to the rim, doing what she does best and creating for her teammates. It's a nice little slash move to the rim, hitting players for open threes, getting this ball team back into a flow of things. They're not a phenomenal offensive team, but it has to go through her for them to get it started.
Ricketts has 6 of Arkansas's 18. Razorbacks making their first NCAA tournament appearance since 2003. This is the 3rd straight for the Dayton Flyers. Atlantic 10 tournament champs.
Great defense by the Flyers post players and Raderman and Nance switching on that screen. It was an ISO play. This is one of the smartest teams in the country.
Peak misses the three. Daniels has it blocked by Ellie Queen. And the Flyers come away with the basketball again. Queen on the run, pull up, won't go. Daniels boards.
Scrappy play, and they're getting so much in transition.
Lindsey Harris off the drive. Sarah Watkins. Blocking foul's going to be called.
I think Sarah Watkins, hopefully this can get her going, just staying active here. Nice, strong move to the basket. They'll need some more. Looks like her heels were probably on that semicircle. That's why it was a block. Didn't quite get there by Hoover, but she's going to have to step it up in the post. Maybe put some pressure on Raderman and Nance, making them work in there, getting them in foul trouble.
First points of the game for the junior from Germantown, Tennessee, who averages 10 a game. Watkins has her first 3. Arkansas's got it back to single digits at 9. Dayton led this game by as many as 14.
See Tom Collins staying with their pressure, picking up full court. Making Dayton work the ball up the floor.
Laylor comes back to get it. Plenty of time to run the offense. Nance off the dribble. Draws the foul. If it's on Watkins, it's number 2. It is not. It's on Harris.
Casey Nance is doing a good job. I haven't seen her this offensive-minded. Great high-low look. She looked it off, put it on the floor to get to the rim, gets fouled. If she can do that more, this is really going to help drive that Flyer team. Another player, and I think they have almost 10 of them that score over 5 points a game that can give them some offensive production.
Nance on the Dean's list. All 5 starters for the Dayton Flyers on the Dean's list. Academically, they're one of the top 10 teams in the country, the Flyers. Nance gets them both. Lindsey Harris, the foul for Arkansas. That's her second.
See Dayton dropping into a 2-3 zone, mixing it up offensively.
Nearly got a steal out of the top.
Yes, just really throwing Arkansas off offensively.
Harris off the shot fake. Misses the 3. That's her first miss from 3. Another foul against the Flyers. That's team foul number 5 now against Dayton. Harris off the dribble. Peak wasn't ready for it.
The one thing we hear over here is a lot of talk by the veteran team of Dayton. They're very loud, calling switches, rebounds, everything.
And then Nance. Offensive foul called on Nance.
Just great defensive pressure, just scrappy, active hands. They're talking. They want to be here, and they're playing like it. But The one thing about the Flyers is they can bring somebody off the bench, the most improved player in Cassie Sant. She can shoot the three. She's almost like a poor man's Rademan. Really turned it on, worked very hard in the offseason, and they don't miss a beat with Nance on the bench.
Nance is going to have to sit on that bench for a while because she has 3 personal fouls. Kira Peak knocks down the jumper. Can Arkansas take advantage with the senior Casey Nance on the bench? Watkins fouls in the open floor. And now foul trouble an issue for Arkansas because that is the second on Sarah Watkins.
And Sarah Watkins just doesn't have, it might be her hair, but she hasn't shown up. And that's what Coach said yesterday. She hasn't shown up this game to put pressure on Rademan and Nance, even though Nance is out the game right now.
Watkins 3 points, doesn't have a rebound, and now she's on the bench. So right inside, Justine Raderman, the senior leader for Dayton.
She just gets it done. She's Low Senior Class Award winner. She's a top finalist, very smart, very versatile. You have to guard everyone on the floor, and she's always active. That's what I love about her.
Ricketts has it spin out. It's been that kind of a half for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Justine Raderman and the Dayton Flyers trying to pull off an upset in College Station.
If you have gout and think a few attacks a year are all you have to worry about, think again. Fact is, gout can attack silently even between flares. You may not feel it, but gout's root cause, high uric acid, can allow crystals to continuously form and build up in your joints. Over time, this may lead to attacks in other joints, constant pain, and joint destruction.
So don't wait. Get more information at goutinfo.com and talk with your doctor about ways to keep your uric acid at a lower, healthy level.
We'll take 2 chicken pot pies.
The KFC Chunky Chicken Pot Pie. Freshly baked with our signature recipe and loaded with chunks of chicken and vegetables. Try it now, just $3.99.
Classic, man. Yeah, classic.
A route map shows you where we go, but not how we get there. Because in this business, there are no straight lines, only the twists and turns of an unpredictable industry. So the 80,000 employees at Delta must anticipate the unexpected and never let the rules overrule common sense. This is how we tame the unwieldiness of air travel until it's not just lines you see, it's the world.
Free hot breakfast with fresh waffles. Real value from your friends at Hampton.
Gillette wanted to see how far one ProGlide cartridge could go. So they sent me around the world to find out. I learned a few things along the way. First impressions do matter. Fear is your enemy and your friend. Laughter needs no translation. Never say no to a gift. One world, 5 weeks. The only thing that didn't change was my razor.
Up to 5 weeks of comfortable shaves with one ProGlide cartridge. Great things start with Gillette.
Springtime here in Central Texas, College Station, Texas. Raleigh Region first-round game. The Dayton Flyers, 11 seed, have a double-digit lead on the 6 seed Arkansas.